How's it going, everyone? Mad Spartan here, and today I'm bringing you War number 6 of Season 54. We are officially at the halfway point. Super ecstatic. We are up against one of the few alliances that I actually know. We are up against 4 Loki, which the only notable person that I know at the moment is Karate Mike's in there. I love Karate Mike, so I was definitely excited to see his defenders on the ground. And I almost had a heart attack when I thought we were still running a Red Skull boss on him. But it seems like everything got changed, so it's good. We're all really good. So I did get assigned my fights. As you can see, we're running the same team 3 wars in a row. Silk, Gladiator, and Mag. For those of you that don't know, Mag is going to be fighting the Weapon X Mini, as usual. There's nothing different. Now, first up, we are on Path 8 Spiral. There is no node, really, for her. To be honest with you, they just kind of just put her there for fun, which is fine. We're going to go at her the same exact way we went either last war or 2 wars ago, where we're going to evade the SP2 and then just slam her with our SP2, and she should be dead because she has basically no health. She's not starting with a protection, so we're doing full damage in the beginning, and it's just overall just too easy with this champ. As you can see, we're going to be pushing her to the SP2 because I just want to evade it one time, and she'll pretty much almost be at like half health by the time we get there. I'm going to bait it. Simple Silk Sense evade, really nothing else to it. And as you can see, we're just killing it. We're just killing it. Everything is nice. Nothing's going wrong. This war overall really wasn't a bad war. We're gonna throw the SP2 here. I am running power backs, which is something that's also new to me. Quick crit 60k burst. Can't even finish talking about the fight after she dies. Next up, we do have Nimrod, which, to be honest, in my head, could have gone bad. I was a little nervous about it just because of the snowballing furies and then personal space furies, and I just felt like it was going to go bad. So I was running in with Gladiator. Not really any way to counter it with him. It's just more of I was just going to build him up so fast and just go right in and kill him. I was debating between SP2 Incinerates or SP1 Unstoppable. The SP1 Unstoppable method is a good option, but it's hard to get to with before your 20 mark. I mean, I guess you can prioritize it, but the SP2 damage is really solid and consistent too, so there really is no reason not to do that. It's like we're already at 12 here. We're going to dash right back in, be at 16, so we're doing really good. I could have dashed in again, but I was kind of afraid that SP1 was going to come out. I have a very tough time dexing Nimrod's SP1 sometimes. I feel like sometimes it just doesn't cooperate with me. So we're going to bail out this SP2 before I hit him with my SP2. We also don't want the snowballing furies to stack up too much. As you can see, he does have 6 or 7 passive furies, which does suck. Don't get me wrong. I throw this SP2 right into his block. We unfortunately missed the first hit, so we only got the 32k on the second hit, not on the first hit. And just like that, he went down anyway. So it really wasn't that bad. Next up is Thing, which not really a good spot for him. I guess I could understand maybe where a problem could arise would be with if you were doing the full rotation with Silk, there could be a chance that the slow does run out before you throw the SP2 and he'll go unstoppable in the middle of it. He won't kill you, but I guess they're just thinking of, you know, the worst case scenario if you were like playing Silk and weren't really watching his charges and not really watching your slow. So I guess it just depends on if you're really paying attention to the game, which not meant to be like a dig at anyone. I'm just saying, like, if you weren't really paying attention to the game, I'm assuming that this fight would be a little difficult because you'd have to, it's basically just consistently renewing your slow. If you can't have him throw a special while he has, see, like the SP2 right here, super risky, but we did happen to count the hits correctly there. I did duel him a few times just to kind of get the amount of hits that the special would be. That's why I got a little nervous, so I had him throw the special at 15 rock stacks, so we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm going to have to cut this a little early. We did end the combo, like, fully, so that he'd have 15, bait out the special, and then we should have plenty of uptime to throw the SP2, on top of knocking him down to throw it, and then also get a slow from it. So it's a perfect rotation right now that we're getting. And just like that, the protection did stack. I think he was like a sick 87 star, so he was pretty beefy to start with. We're going to bait out the special here so that get rid of all those rock stacks. And one SP2 should do it because the protection is on cooldown. And just like that, Thing is down with Silk. So I am definitely feeling it with Silk. I'm loving it. She's just killing every single fight that she goes into. I'd be very upset if I happen to die with her. So let's hope that never happens. Next up is Punisher 2099, which he's only a rank 2. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this rank 2 placement. Because it makes the fight 10 times easier. I don't have to rotate. Like, I don't have to use a specific rotation with him. I could just hold block, bait heavy, and just go to town. He dies in like 1 SP2. And if we're like slick with it, like blocking an SP1 or something like that, we'll be able to actually heavy into the relic into the SP2. You know, we'll gain enough power from like blocking. So we're just going to go to 10. As you can see, him being a rank 2 really shows where literally 2 heavy rotations, he's already at 72% health. Obviously, we got crits. I did start with a gray regen boost because I didn't want to use an indestructible, and I felt like I'm really just trying to negate the block damage because I knew I was going to have him throw an SP2 first before anything. And then, you know, if he happened to throw an SP1, we would be able to evade it. We're just not able to evade the SP2. And as you can see, he died immediately. There was literally nothing to that fight. Now, next up was a fight that I wasn't necessarily nervous about, but it was a fight that I knew internally could go bad. Now, the big thing with this is Sasquatch's Wrath. So once he goes Wrath, he does go stun immune. So you're not going to be able to rotate correctly with Silk. And I guess my biggest fear was doing the rotation with Silk, heavy into Relic, and then trying to heavy again to an SP2. And you guys are going to see here that it's kind of going to go bad, but we're still going to be able to recover from him. So we're trying to get right back on him. I ended up actually double mediuming into thin air, just doing that. So we're gonna have him throw this SP2. I'm sorry, like stumbling. We're gonna have him throw this SP2, and just like that, we're pretty much in full control. Gonna be baiting heavies here. He is being very receptive with the heavies. We're not gonna have to eat a lot of block damage. And right now I'm kind of deciding, do I get to the relic first? What do I do here? We're going to throw heavy, throw the SP2 to be safe because I do have power back. So if we get like a big chunk of damage, we would have been able to just throw an SP2 again. I definitely want to bait out this SP2 first, which probably wasn't like the death of me or anything like that, but it definitely would have made me throw this SP2. So as you can see, I'm like slowing down my combo. Like I throw the relic, so I'm ready to like throw this SP2, right? So I throw the relic. And then, as I'm going, he does Wrath of Tarnak. So I wasn't able to throw the SP2 into heavy. I just had to throw the SP2 with the first Fury, which is still good. As you can see, like, we weren't able to get the 2 Furies, but we were still able to use a Fury, which is a big thing. And lastly, is just Weapon X, which is a fight that I've taken 2 times already. It's kind of hard to commentate over the same fights, I'm not going to lie. Nothing much to this fight. It doesn't go as good as the other ones have, so I feel like I'm always doing something different with these fights. But it's not anything you can't recover from. He is awake, so the Berserker is a little bit faster, but that's not the end of the world, because your main thing is he's supposed to die after one Berserker. He should not make it to a second Berserker if you're playing him even somewhat correctly, because even I don't play him correctly and he dies sometimes even before the first Berserker. So the main important thing is we're going to try to back him into his corner. I would hit into his block, but I was a little nervous that he would throw it right into like my dash in. So I wouldn't have died, but I would have taken a big hit from that, because I don't run an indestructible with this fight. I run a power 1 start so that I'm able to immediately throw that SP3 when I get there, and it gets there way before his Berserker goes back. And just like that, not being greedy this time, keeping with the 36. It's not another Nova fight where I'm trying to get over 40 for literally no reason at all. And as you can see, he's bleeding to death. I know that if he doesn't die to the regular bleed, as soon as the shrapnel goes around, he's dead. And just like that, my war was over. It was not an anticlimactic war, but it was a pretty easy war. I really wasn't upset about it. My fights were easy to handle. Ran into no issues. Definitely a nice, like, relaxing fight compared to the other stressful ones that I've had recently. And at the time of recording, I actually already completed War 7, and I gotta say, that fight was a doozy. That fight was super stressful in that war. But we'll get into that in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.